Hey, everybody, welcome on back. You got to try this podcast featuring myself, Large, and also Ian Becker behind the ones and twos. Very special episode, as all the episodes are kind of special. Listen, we didn't pull a lot of clips from when it was just me and you. I kind of like that episode. We were just kind of shooting the shit and whatnot. Didn't you like it? Didn't you feel like it brought us closer together, Ian, or no?
Yeah, but you can't edit your own voice like that.
Do you hate hearing your own voice on like when you listen back to this?
I don't enjoy it.
Okay. I've grown to be okay with mine, and I have a lot of people who say I have a soothing voice. I don't see it, but either way, I liked it. We had a great episode last week when I was in Chicago with Jeff Morrow. We're going to continue with the good times. While I was in Chicago, I also got to sit down with Jersey Jerry. Jersey Jerry is a unicorn. He really is. He's a unicorn, and I've always gotten along with him, but as you hear when we do our interview, I've never done any content with Jerry because he's primarily gambling and primarily gambling on stuff that I don't really cover. So even though we speak a lot, Jerry and I, not a lot, but we'll go back and forth about boxing on text message. And every time we see each other, it's a very good head. So when I had asked him to sit down to talk food, he wasn't skeptical or anything, jumped at the opportunity to do it. So he's coming up in just a second. Ian, how was that? You were down in Miami, right?
Oh, yeah.
How was it?
Puerto Sagua.
Did you go to Puerto Sagua?
I did.
Did you? What'd you think?
It was good.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad.
They have obviously, of course, I'm going to be talking about the bread and butter after going to a restaurant.
Of course, yes.
But the way they like just smash this bread so thin and with the butter inside of it and just melted. It's the perfect little side thing.
Yeah, it is crazy that you can come out of a restaurant that blows people away, and a restaurant that isn't necessarily known. Like there's a restaurant called Raza in Jersey City, and they have a bread and butter service. They make their own butter and whatnot, and so it's kind of known for that.
I have to go there.
Yeah, Raza, I'll go with you. I haven't been there. Do you want to review it?
Yes.
I'm dying to do it. Maybe bring along the Don, right? Like Big Don. Don't you think the wonton? Excuse me, double vodka Don, because I think he's one of the places he wanted to try. But Raza supposedly has elite bread and butter. Ooh, before you go on with butter, first year ever when I put out like the spread for Christmas, I got a big log. of Amish butter, just made by the Amish, and I just kind of put it out there. I let it get to room temp like for hours before the guests came. And my mom and dad brought this crusty on the outside, chewy on the inside Italian bread that almost still felt warm. And when they put it out on the table with me and my brothers and a couple of butter knives and a couple of bottles of red wine, holy shit, just Amish butter, Italian bread, and a California cab. I mean, I'm going global on that shit. And it was not the highlight of the meal. One of my sister-in-laws had said to me too, Liz, she had said, how long have you had this out on the counter? And I was like, it's been out since I put the porchetta in this morning. She's like, it's perfect. Because you don't want like butter that's becoming oil. And I don't think this Amish butter has that ability to do that. It just maintains its structural integrity. I put a little bit of flaky sea salt on the side, and I hit it with that, like really like that fish scale sea salt that has a little crack to it. Fuck, I love bread and butter. Anyway, so going off on a tangent, I apologize. I just went vapor locked for a second there. So you went Puerto Sagua. Did you do the Cuban?
No.
No, a medianoche? What did you do there?
Yeah. Oh God. I was hoping you.
Come on, Ian.
I went there for breakfast.
Okay.
So I just got a normal breakfast, like eggs and bacon.
You didn't get like anything off the beaten path a little bit?
No.
The fact that you went there,
I will say,
means the world to me.
I will say, when I walked in, everyone like looked at me like I didn't belong there.
Okay.
Which, to be fair, I don't.
Well, it's definitely quote unquote an ethnic place. And if you would have went in there and maybe been a little bit more
and ordered something like not scrambled eggs and bacon.
Is that what you had? Scrambled eggs and fucking bacon? Wow, by the way, all day. Scrambled eggs and bacon, that's what you had? Oh, you're a disgrace.
No, I'm terrible.
Oh God, that's awful. I just got invited to some South Beach food festival. So I don't know if it's something where we could pick up some content there. But I've always seen
the Italian scene out there is unbelievable.
Oh yeah. Oh, do you have good restaurants outside? I don't mean to pigeonhole you.
No, tons of good red sauce joints.
Really? I love the fact you're using that.
La Specialita.
La Specialita? I don't know it.
I had one of the lightest, flakiest, crunchiest pizzas I've ever had there.
Okay.
The original spot's in Milan. They opened up a spot in Miami. Mm-hmm. Macchialina. It was another great Italian place. Osteria Romana.
Just dropping bombs.
Otto e Pepe.
Look at you.
I was using the Dorsia app.
Really?
That's a throwback.
That is, yeah. I haven't heard that in fucking ages.
Shout out Alex Bennett.
Yeah, that's right. Right? But when you went to these places, please tell me, did you take some chances or are you going buttered noodles?
I took chances and listen, I shouldn't have.
Oh, you got out of your comfort zone?
I was like, I tried some Carpaccio thing.
Okay.
And it was just like covered in like vinaigrette and just like
okay.
And I couldn't even eat it. I couldn't eat a bite of it. And,
really?
And it ruined my appetite for the rest. It was such a strong taste.
Okay.
That I couldn't eat anything else that night.
Okay. All right, so how do you feel with rare, uncooked stuff like carpaccio and tartare? Is that normally in your wheelhouse?
So I think I got confused, and because you like the hamachi collar. At Izakaya. I think I got hamachi crudo.
Hamachi crudo is still very good, like from the hamachi, right?
Yes, and I think I've had it before at an Asian place where they covered it in like soy sauce or something.
Ponzu,
and I liked that.
Yeah.
The Italian version, it was not for me.
Olive oil, lemon caper type thing?
Yeah, no.
Okay, it wasn't for you?
No.
Fair enough. The fact that you went into an Italian restaurant, and I was actually insulting you when I said buttered noodles. I'll take that back because you're trying. And you went carpaccio in one and a crudo in the other is definitely, we're seeing some gains here. We're seeing some gains on you, Ian.
And
you're going to be unrecognizable.
I did a short rib lasagna.
Okay.
At one of the spots.
Okay.
Because I was listening.
A short rib lasagna. So you're saying they made almost like a thick lasagna ragu, and so it's in there. There wasn't like a short rib next to it. It was kind of a meat sauce inside. So instead of a bolognese, it was sort of had more structure, more stringiness to it.
Yeah.
Okay. It must have been very good, very deep, almost like brown.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
I try to try the bolognese everywhere. I'm a huge bolognese guy.
You love bolognese. Yeah.
Also
very little tomato, if none, like outside of tomato paste. So you can get bolognese where it's just your mirepoix, your meat. They add a little bit of cream, nutmeg, tomato paste, red wine, right? I mean, so you can.
If I had to pick my favorite,
that's not a traditional red joint. No, you are going elevated with this, which I appreciate.
Oh yeah, I if people who don't know Dorsia, it's from the movie American Psycho.
Yeah.
It's the hard
Christian
restaurant
Bale.
to get a restaurant at, and there's an app using that namesake where you could get reservations at whatever high-end places.
Let me ask you something before you go on. If at any point you were having a very good meal, right? Like let's say you're having a very deep short rib ragu baked into a lasagna, and you just needed something to right the ship with a drink, what would you have asked for during that meal? Is there any special soft drink that you have asked for to make that meal even better, Ian? It's Pepsi, because good food like the stuff that you had down in Miami deserves Pepsi. Pepsi is one of our sponsors. Enhances food, make flavors pop, makes everything taste better as far as I'm concerned. Again, with Italian food, it's almost like that richness. I need a little bubbles. I need a little bit of sweetness. I need everything that Pepsi gives me to make my meals taste better. So good food deserves Pepsi. It should be the one that you're grabbing whenever you're eating something good, because it's going to make those flavors pop. Give it a try today. Ask for it by name. I apologize. I had to throw that in. I never stop working, by the way. So what else do you have?
The last thing on the Italian place is the place La Specialita with the flaky, crunchy pizza that I liked also had these Wagyu meatballs. Mm-hmm. Unbelievable. That really? Had to be that 1-2 combo was pretty good. Like best. I think that was the best restaurant I was at.
Okay.
My favorite though, was this spot close to my hotel in South Beach, Osteria Romana, because their bread that they brought out with whatever, and whatever olive oil concoction with some pepper flakes or whatever they put together for you, it was like I was in heaven eating this crusty bread. And the bolognese, the gnocchi bolognese, their bolognese brought me back to my childhood. I don't know where,
Really?
I don't know what childhood bolognese I was eating, but it felt like I was eating bolognese as a child.
What are you, Jenks now? You're on the fucking side of a mountain in Italy, walking with a newspaper under your hand and a fucking baguette under the other?
Oh, my mom used to go far and wide for the bolognese sauce she got.
She did.
Me.
Okay, so you grew up on it.
She would, it was not in our town. She went to the deli, the town over, Frank and Joe's, to get it, and it's closed. It's since closed.
Okay, so that's one meal you wish you can get back.
And I got it back.
Did you?
At Osteria Romana?
There it is. So you did get it back. I should mention, last week we were talking about a pretty good meal that I'd had at La Scarola with the Don and Kadick and Danny Conrad. One of the things that I tried, which I hadn't had before, was the gnocchis, but they did gnocchi marsala. So it had that marsala wine sauce, which obviously is a deep brown as well, marsala wine. And the meat that they had within there was just sliced filet. You know, I'm not a filet guy, but obviously when Italian restaurants do it, they always do it with something extra. So we had some filet alla Zorich, named after Chris Zorich, guy that I went to school with, by the way. He was Chicago football legend, not legend, but whatever. He came from Chicago, played at Notre Dame. Then I think he went to the Bears. He didn't have much of a pro career. But he goes to La Scarola. But it was that gnocchi marsala, which had almost like in a good way, a burnt caramel type deepness to it that I thought was different and very, very interesting. So we're simpatico with us having pretty good gnocchi dishes, basically at the same time, which is kind of cute as far as I'm concerned. I didn't know enough about Jersey Jerry going into this. You had sent me some stuff, and I just want you guys to be prepared that Jerry is a success story. Similar to the one that we had with Jenks. This hasn't become a self-help pod by any stretch of the imagination. We want to have fun. We want to eat a lot of good food, and we want to talk about it, and we want to bust balls. And Jerry did all of that, but I didn't realize his road to recovery was one like that. I thought it was going to be a simple, what snack goes best with heroin? Like, that's what I thought it was going to be. And we did get the answer to that, so stay tuned. What wine pairs well with crack? Like, I almost tongue-in-cheek was going to ask that, but to see where this guy was to where he is now, I don't know. I think it's one of those things where you can't help but admire it to a degree. What up?
Quickly, before we leave pasta, I feel like this would be good for social.
Uh-huh.
Can you give a top 5 of your top 5 pasta noodles?
Sure.
Those the shape.
Yeah. Can I think about that? So Cresta Gallo is
not to put you on the spot.
Yeah. So Cresta de Gallo is one that is putting me on the spot. It really
so maybe
is.
we could do this next week.
It really is, but I'm going to tell you right now.
Maybe we could prepare.
I'm going to have to shuffle this into something. But Cresta de Gallo is going to be in there, which is essentially rooster head, and it sounds like something you would get from somebody who was hooked on crack. So rooster head, bucatini, which is the straws, has always been one of my favorite. I love fusilli. I don't like angel hair, and as much as I love spaghetti, there's a middle ground that sometimes is packaged as thin spaghetti. So it's a little bit on the thinner side without that capellini angel hair, which sometimes gets a little bit clumpy. I'd put that in there, and then I'd have to think about it because I also love that pastina, that little pastina with the Jewish penicillin. You get it in like a deep, deep chicken broth, or even like smaller stuff like ditalini. Man, this is Sophie's choice me. I'll have to think about that, and I will get back to you about that. Well, give it to me. Give me your top 5. I'll take it right now.
Easily rigatoni number 1.
Rigatoni, okay.
Gnocchi number 2.
Okay.
Penne number 3.
Penne number 3.
I'm pretty basic.
Yes.
And then 4 or 5, you could really it could be a toss-up of tagliatelle or spaghetti.
Tagliatelle or spaghetti. Okay, I like it. I think those are all very good. And they're kind of down the middle. I have to start off because I'm an asshole saying Cresta de Gallo, you know what I mean? But I think those are all good things as well. I'm going to do so I mention this every time. Like, subscribe, 5 stars, do all that stuff. It means a lot to us, particularly like subscribing on stuff like YouTube and whatnot, or following on social media as opposed to waiting for it to pop up on your feed. It means the world to us. So we'll take we have a letter, right? Or a question from this year? Okay. Before I do that, I wanted to make one point. I had spoke positively about Texas Roadhouse not too long ago.
Thank God we did.
Why?
If we spoke negatively about it.
Holy shit. People love Texas Roadhouse. I will tell you that as much of the positivity that I got from Texas Roadhouse fans, and for people who are watching this for the first time, real quick, I was stuck with no place to go with my family of 5 while I was in Tuscaloosa, and we didn't want to do fast food. We had done cookout. We'd done barbecue. We did Catfish Heaven, all that stuff. We just wanted something a little bit down the middle. And anyway, my son said that he had heard the Texas Roadhouse was okay. So we went in there. The only fast casual chains I'd been to before was Longhorns and Outback. I guess those are the 3 big boys. I went to Texas Roadhouse. I was pleasantly surprised. End of story. Right? That was it. Everyone came in and they were very, very positive about it. Coach Doug's from the Clouds was a huge Texas Roadhouse guy. I did have a couple of people buzz my tower on DMs saying, you can't say that you're a guy who talks about food and rates food and be positive on Texas Roadhouse. And for those people, as I would tell you on my DMs, and I'll tell you now, go fuck yourself. Like, it can't all be high end. Realistically, when you're traveling with 3 kids and your wife and 3 kids, it can't all be high end. So sometimes you do have to go to it. And I will tell you right now, this isn't a gun to my head. I'll only go back to Texas Roadhouse for that. I'll go to Texas Roadhouse in a pinch 9 times out of 10. That's how impressed I was with it. And also for people who don't agree with it or don't like Texas Roadhouse, I saw this story and I bookmarked it. You might have seen it. Man orders his dog's last meal from a restaurant and was touched by how they responded. Did you see this thing? All right. So a man ordered a steak dinner from Texas Roadhouse for his dying Great Dane. Her name was Iris, marking it as her last meal. That's how he went in. And I'm looking at the receipt right now. He got 1 New York strip, 8-ounce, thick cut, rare with a cool red center, remove the steak seasoning, but leave the steak fries, mashed potatoes, and put butter on the mashed potatoes. That's what he ordered for his Great Dane for her final meal. And all it said in the special instructions was last meal for our dog. I'm telling you, Texas Roadhouse sent along some of their rolls with the cinnamon butter or whatever the hell it was, and they sent this steak perfectly cooked for me and for this Great Dane with a big thing of steak fries. And this old girl, who looks like she was a very good girl for a very long time, is absolutely destroying it on her front porch and loving what little she has left of life. And on the back of the receipt that the guy got, I'm so sorry, with a heart signed by Kate with a little paw next to it, someone named Maddie, someone named Abby, and someone named Lyra, Lyra. So if you don't like Texas Roadhouse, go fuck yourself. Not only does it seem like a pretty good place to go, particularly if you're with a family and you just want a piece of meat, they also seem like they're good human beings. So that's me pumping up Texas Roadhouse again. And they don't sponsor us. I've never gotten a free meal from Texas Roadhouse. Maybe they throw us a t-shirt or something at some point, but good on you for making people feel that good about their dog's last meal. All right. So before we get to Jerry, do you have the letter from this week?
I do. Here we go. This is from Patrick Clancy, Large, and Ian.
Pat Clancy. Okay.
First off, top 5 Barstool podcast. We'll see. I'm a 5-year stoolie, and this is a must-listen pod on a weekly basis. Thank you. Your latest episode with Jenks was awesome as a gym teacher. Guy gives a lot of great advice.
Oh, cool.
Driving through the snowy mountains of upstate New York at the time when Jenks ended with his motivational sentence was a great vibe. Viva la saying, positive vibes only. Maybe a can of chickpeas will be my next lunch.
Oh, yeah. Jenks got a lot of shit for that. Eating chickpeas in the dark out of the can? Oof. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Question. My grandparents, both Irish, both grew up in Brooklyn. Almost the same story as yourself.
Yeah.
If you had one cuisine to eat for the rest of your life, what would it be? And what would the only restaurant you could eat on Long Island for the rest of your life if you had to pick one? So I guess 2 questions.
Yeah, he's kind of got us there. 2 big questions. Like if I don't.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
They're
These
both
2
restaurants
big
for the rest of your
questions.
life. One could be anywhere. One has to be on Long Island.
Right.
And then he finishes off with, grew up in Ronkonkoma along with your colleague Marty and would appreciate your talk recommendation in the area. Thanks for the great pods, Ian and yourself.
And he's looking for a fucking recommendation in Ronkonkoma. The line for me?
I think he was just looking for anywhere on Long Island.
Okay.
Because if everyone on Long Island's no more than like an hour and a half away.
Yeah. I will tell you right now, since I moved to northern New Jersey, going to Long Island requires a passport for me. Anytime somebody says there's any kind of gridlock alert or bad traffic in and around the tri-state area, it would specifically be trying to get from northern New Jersey to Long Island. So I just don't go out long enough to know what the places that I should be. But I'm going to give you 2 places.
Sorry, it was actually, so the questions are, just so we can clarify.
Go ahead.
By the way, we accept all questions. And if you want to put 2 in 1 and get us like this,
yeah, I admire this guy.
I respect it.
Patty Clancy is my guy.
The first question, though, is if you had to eat one cuisine for the rest of your life.
Okay.
And the second question is, what restaurant on Long Island would you eat at if you had to pick one for the rest of your life?
Okay. So the cuisine one is tough, right? Cuisine one is tough for me. But I will say that I think if you were to ask 100 regular people, that 3/4 of those people would probably say Italian. I think because Italian, and the deeper you get into the bushes with Italian cuisine, the more broad you see that they have, because the way you have your peasant cooking in northern Italy, as opposed to what you're seeing as you get towards, the tip of the boot and obviously across the way into Sicily, are 2 totally different things. So you really can have a wide variety if you were to just eat Italian food for the rest of your life. But I think the more that I experience it, the more impressed I am and the more convinced I am that if I did have one cuisine right now, it might be French. And that might be like a douchebag foodie thing to say. But if you think that Italy hits for the cycle for everything that you want, France does the same thing, but better. Speaking to Jeff Morrow last week, saying how, he wanted to legitimize himself by getting that paper, by getting a degree from the Culinary Institute, which obviously I've never been to, learning some of those French techniques. And they all say it. Like Chef Greeny was like, until I had gone and spent that time in Paris. Chef Donnie went to France and did his thing there. I'm not putting him up in the pantheon of great chefs, but I think that's a good indicator. So mother sauces and I don't know, just I'm a crusty bread, aged cheese, red wine type guy, right? We all know that. So, and then heavy sauces, perfectly cooked proteins, French food, bistro cooking agrees with me very much. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So this will change as my palate gets bigger and bigger. And it used to be Italian was the easiest answer for me. It was number 1 with the bullet. Although I do enjoy a nice but French right now is my answer. And know that that's a moving answer, but right now I'm rocking French. Listen, I started to make that point about how often I'm in Long Island, and it's just not often enough. So when I used to go to Parkside, which is on almost like a square, there was we used to play bocce across the street. Then there was the Corona, Ice King of Corona was right there. You get like a great Italian ice. Then we go to Parkside and I'd have the veal with chestnuts. And it was one of my favorite dishes in the world. But there are 2 restaurants, and this is a little different than what Pat had asked me. There are 2 restaurants that I covet, that I want to go to in Long Island. One of them is Robke's, Robkes. I believe it's in Northport. I tried to hit these 2 up while you were asking. Robke's in Northport. It just seems like the type of place. I started following them on social because of their relationship with my guys at Brooklyn Roots. And it's one of the places that does look like it's down the middle, Italian, done right by good people. So Robke's in Northport is the place that I covet right now, and I want to take everybody that I know. And the second one, I have a very good friend who I worked next to for a long time. His name is Mark Costello. And Mark and his beautiful wife and his lovely sons, one of his sons went to college with my son. He's been telling me to go to a place that I have not been to, right? King Umberto. King Umberto, it's on Hempstead Turnpike in Elmont, New York. And if you were to tell me tomorrow, Large, we're going to Long Island, where are we going? This is where I'm going. If it's where are we going with Stu Feiner, then I'll let Stu Feiner drive the bus. I'll let Stu Feiner drive the bus and do whatever he wants because I have to get out to Long Island to eat with Stu at some point. But right now, those are the two that are on the top of my list to go to again, refresh, or go to for the first time. Robke's, King Umberto. And my cuisine that I'd have for the rest of my life right now is going to be French. Those are the answers, Patty. You can't ask me any more questions, Patty. You got more than anything else. That's it, right? That's a good one. All right. So before we go to Jersey Jerry, and again, we appreciate people taking time to watch this and all that or be on it. So thank you to Jerry in advance. But before we go to him, I just want to remind you about this stuff that I'm in love with. Tony's Cajun Kick. Okay, so Tony's Cajun Kick is a seasoning blend. And what they've done is they've taken out a little bit of the salt, they've upped the garlic, and they've upped the heat. So if that sounds like something that you want to do with your food, if you're making a chicken thigh, one of the first things that you're going to do is you're going to hit it with a little bit of salt and pepper. And then you want something more. This is what you want because you've already hit it up with salt and pepper. You don't need to be adding more and more salt to it. You want flavor. You want heat. You want to bring in all those different things to wake your tongue up. And this is what does it. So it's a staple in my pantry. You know I love it on garlic bread. It's exclusively how I do garlic bread now. And I think you guys would absolutely love this. So less salt, more garlic, a clean hit of heat. It's a new blend based on Tony's tradition. Used in place of salt and pepper. It comes from Tony Satchery's, but has more attitude. Not replacing Tony's. Tony's Cajun Kick is the seasoning blend for me. Look for it at your local H-E-B, Rouse's, Associated Grocers, Associated Wholesale Grocers, and Amazon, but it's only available in select stores in Louisiana, Texas, and Mississippi. So for the rest of us who aren't lucky enough to be in Louisiana, Texas, or Mississippi, you can go and get it on Amazon or go to CajunKick.com/Barstool and pick it up now. So meet the all-new Tony's Cajun Kick. Turn up the heat, turn up the flavor. Cajun Kick brings bold spice, zesty garlic, and just the right burn to wake up anything on your plate. Shop now at CajunKick.com/Barstool. Thank you very much, Tony, for your continued support. And with that, let's go to our Italian kick, and that's Jersey Jerry. I hope you guys enjoy. Hey, everybody, welcome on back. It's the You Got to Try This podcast starring me. And Ian behind the ones and twos. We're actually in Chicago this week, so I have Gabby behind the ones and twos for a couple of minutes before she takes off. And my special guest is a guy that I always enjoy talking to, and almost exclusively I talk to when Pitbull Cruz is fighting. It's like the night of a fight, and I get a text from Jerry. Who do you like here? Who do you like here? It's Jersey Jerry. What's going on, Jersey Jerry? How are you doing, my man?
Happy to be here, brother.
Yeah.
Thanks for inviting me. Yes, big Cruz fan.
Yeah, I tell you what, but you're like if you're looking at boxing fans here in Barstool, I think one of the biggest boxing fans is Gilly. Gilly's a huge boxing fan. I'm a huge boxing fan. But I don't think people realize just how big of a fight fan you are as well. Right?
I am. I love boxing. And these last couple of years, I think I've been pretty damn good for boxing. I think this is what they needed a little bit. Some more super fights, the bigger fights. Right. It was stale for a while, I thought.
It's peaks and valleys since I started watching it in the 70s and whatnot. And I think we're coming out of a valley a little bit. And it's got a lot to do with all that Turkey Al Sheikh money.
For sure.
Getting some of this shit together. I don't know how much longer that lasts, but I think it changed the face of boxing for a while. So it's become a little bit more exciting and you get the matchups that you want. We're going to talk about food. Mm-hmm. Where the hell did you grow up, Jer? So this is the way that I approach this. Mm-hmm. I promise I'm not going to over talk during this interview because I think that you're fascinating. I'm approaching this as people who are watching this may not know who you are.
Okay.
Because I think with your gambling content and my non-gambling content, we don't cross paths ever.
No, never really.
We're never on screen
A few
together.
texts, you know what I mean?
No,
that's
but
it.
but I think content wise, we're never on
never,
screen
yeah.
together. So it's not like a one-on-one type thing with us. So give the people an idea where you grew up, who you are, and the whole deal.
Yeah, so pretty much grew up in a small town right outside of Newark, New Jersey, which is obviously EWR, Newark Airport. Small town Belleville. It's urban, you know, the urban population there, and mom and dad, sister, small house, but you know, my mom got what she could afford and whatnot, you know.
Single mom?
Yeah, well, no, my mom and dad as well. But yeah, dude, just a small town, played sports.
Right.
I love sports, was a good kid pretty much up until like 18, 17.
But I would tell you, so where you are in Belleville, and like you said, outside of, everyone else will be calling it Newark, but I like how you throw it down to Newark.
Yeah.
By the way, they're taking down the Anheuser-Busch.
Seen that on TikTok.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it?
It's sort a staple.
Yeah, and so it's gone now. But it's a tough part of town. I go to Belleville for the Belmont Tavern.
Oh, the chicken Savoy.
Yeah,
oh.
so
shrimp beeps.
Shrimp beeps, the gabardine with pod cheese.
Okay, so do you know where that is? The Belmont.
Yes, I do.
You know where that liquor store is?
I do.
That's my street right there.
Get out of here. I parked there.
Yeah, Heckle. That's my street right there.
Really?
Yes.
And then I walk the opposite way. All right, so shout out Belmont Tavern. Can we talk about the Belmont Tavern
for a sec? Yes.
If you guys want a real Jersey Italian experience.
Yeah.
Red and white checkered tablecloths, straightforward food. If you're looking for a horseradish foam or an onion gastrique, you're not going to get it there. The martinis are in tiny glasses. I call them martinis. So you could throw down like 6 or 7. And it's, I don't know, it's one of those places that you never want to see go away. If you have to wait for a table and you wait at the bar, I guarantee you're going to be listening to some Dean Martin and getting into it. And once you sit down, the food, the plates don't match.
No, yeah, nothing.
The silverware is beat to shit, the whole deal. The food is fucking awesome.
Phenomenal. And you know what? It's the same every time.
Yeah.
It's the same every time.
Yeah.
It's very consistent. You know what you're going in there. If you've been there before, you know what you're getting already.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and that salad is just so good too.
Fucking overdressed salad.
Yeah.
And the garlic bread that they give you just wants swimming in the dressing or swimming in the liquor from the seafood salad.
Yeah.
Stretch's Chicken, which is their chicken Savoy, was a legitimate land war in New Jersey because they were stealing it's chicken braised in vinegar.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And but also the chicken Murphy, the pork chop and vinegar peppers.
Yeah, that's really good too.
I that's my favorite cuisine. I think like sitting down there and having an older Italian woman be a little bit nasty until she sees that you're not a douchebag.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Right? Like that's
They're not the most polite there.
No.
But they don't need to be. Like they know they're going to be booked every night.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. And they do a good job. I have a longer story and I'll tell you when we get off about the Belmont. And by the way, also the birthplace in and around, or at least where he lives now, Frank the Tank. Frank the Tank lives like behind the dispensary that had opened up there since you had gone.
Correct.
Obviously.
So me and Frank were almost pretty much neighbors.
Yeah.
For a little while.
And then why the Pittsburgh thing? What drew you to
Just
Pittsburgh?
my dad. So I was in like kindergarten. I remember like being 5 years old, and my dad would just dress me up in like Steelers colors, black and yellow, and got me a jersey. And he was like a fake Steelers fan from like the 70s.
Okay.
Like he liked the Steelers, but he wasn't invested really. You know what I mean? He liked the colors. He loved the defense. So got me a jersey. I wore black and yellow, and then since then I've just been a Steelers fan.
How old are you?
Right now, 30.
Okay, so
31.
How old's your dad?
55, 56.
So your dad and I are the same age. I'm 54.
Mm-hmm.
So when he was growing up in Jersey,
Yes.
and I was growing up in Brooklyn, people, if they didn't gravitate towards like local Giants and Jets, the whole country was either Pittsburgh or Dallas. So that's why your dad took Pittsburgh. I did too. And that's why when I started working with Willie, we became fast friends.
Yeah.
So I've loved the Steelers ever since. The only helmet or jersey you'll see me on pictures as a kid is Steelers jerseys and shit like that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And I was also a Pirates fan for some reason.
Wow.
I just love the whole feel around it.
Yeah.
So then growing up, and I'm getting to the inside of everything. What is your mom's and your dad's nationality?
Italian. Both.
Okay, both Italian.
Both are Italian.
Who cooks in the family? Who cooked in the family?
My mom's mom.
Okay.
She was the cook. So my mom, I lived with my mom's mom and my dad.
Okay.
But my mom's mom, my nanny is what we called her, which we'll get to later.
One of the questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she did all the cooking. My mom didn't really cook a lot. My mom
I love that.
My mom cooks now because obviously, she's
rest in
passed.
peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. Which that's a whole nother story. I had something to do with her death.
Did you kill your grandmother?
I did.
Okay. Clip that. Yeah.
So real quick, my grandmother was.
No, not real quick. If you killed your grandmother, take your time with it.
So she was a diabetic.
Okay.
She was like 400 plus pounds. She was a diabetic for like 30 years. Ate like crap, like horrible stuff, fast food every day. So I went away to Arizona to get sober.
Okay.
And my mom, I used to take care of my nanny. Like I would, help bathe her, and she was old, she couldn't move, and I did everything. Once I went away, my mom couldn't do it because my mom worked, So my mom ended up having to put her in a nursing home when I went to Scottsdale, Arizona. I ended up coming back to New Jersey because I landed a great job in the union. So I used to go visit her in the nursing home, and it was her birthday. She was born June 1st, 1929.
It's my brother's birthday.
And she died on June 1st.
Wow.
So June 1st, she asked me to come by, sing her happy birthday. She wanted a shrimp tackle box from Popeyes. I got her that. We ate that. And then she's like, Gerard, I'm really craving ice cream. I said, let's do ice cream sundaes and we'll sing happy birthday.
How old was she around this time? When she passed?
She died at 89 years old.
Okay.
Yeah. So she died June 1st, and she was 89. And we do the ice cream sundaes. We sing happy birthday. A couple hours later, get a call. She had a heart attack. She's dead.
Really? So it was the tackle box?
The tackle box and the ice cream sundae put her out.
So it's great when you set the table as like, I'm an old school Jersey guy from the Belmont Tavern. I took care of my grandmother, but you did put her in the fucking ground. Unfortunately, rest in peace.
Yes.
You were a contributing factor.
For sure. But let me say this. She's been begging to die since she was like 45, 50.
Right, yeah.
Like she's one of those old Italian grandmothers that are like, I can't wait to be put out of my misery. I just want to die.
Right.
She was just like that. But I don't know how to explain it. She was a very angry woman.
I don't know why I'd be jealous of you. There's certain things about you that I like and all that stuff. I don't know exactly why I'd be jealous of you. I don't know, like maybe your hair or something like that. Like there's a bunch of reasons. Now I do. I would love to have grown up with an Italian grandmother in my house cooking for me every day.
Yes, and every day large. There was no
That's what I'm
days
thinking.
off.
And is it like fresh pasta?
Oh, pasta with every meal. Like
Right.
That's how she was.
So then break it down. Young Gerard is getting up and he's about to go to grammar school. He's a fourth grader.
Yep.
Bright-eyed, bushy tails, puts on his best Bradshaw jersey. He's heading off to a thing. What do you do for breakfast as a kid?
Breakfast. So I'm not a breakfast eater.
It never was.
Never was. Even from a kid, never was. Still to this day, I can't really. I will if I'm like starving. I will, but I don't really like to eat until like 12, 1 in the afternoon.
Okay.
But I'm a big time snacker at nighttime. But if I was to have anything, it'd be a bowl of cereal. Very simple.
Right.
And then my grandmother would pack me a lunch, which would be pretty basic, ham and cheese or peanut butter and jelly, something like that, with an apple or an orange, something
Down
like
the middle,
that.
yeah.
And then they'd come home, and then that's when dinner was our main focus.
And so as a result of growing up in that household, where are you as far as being a cook? Is it something where it ruined you because you had somebody doing it for you at such a level, you're never going to be as good of a cook as your grandma?
Never know.
Or is it something where you're like, I want to do that for my grandkids, I want to do that for my kids, I want to do that for myself one day?
So to the extent of my cooking would be, I got everything handed to me, up until I had to go to Arizona. Once I got to Arizona, I started to learn how to do it kind of on my own.
I don't want to bury the lead here. So when Jerry says he's going to Arizona, it's something that I'll eventually talk about because you're extremely open with it and extremely proud of your recovery. So Jerry had a huge problem with drugs for a while. So he had to go away to get clean and all that stuff, just so people know. And that's on the horizon because I want to know what snacks go best with crack and stuff like that.
Of course. So pretty much I was forced to learn, because I was on my own there.
Right.
It wasn't a place where like, hey, we're going to cook you your meals. No, you would stay in a house.
Wait, rehab?
Yeah.
So rehab, you're in a house and you were cooking for yourself?
Yeah. So pretty much how it worked was like, they gave you a budget of like $100 a week. And that was for you to go to the grocery store and get your meals, get whatever you wanted to eat, and guys are just buying pizza rolls and, stuff like that. But, I was in a zone where like I wanted to just, figure out life and try to be an adult, you know? And so I started to try to cook different things. And that's kind of how I started to learn how to cook. Am I a great cook? No, I'd rather just do the grill,
Right.
That's what I can do, but that's about it.
Okay.
So
you can sit down on a Sunday, make a sauce?
If I have YouTube or TikTok, yes, but I never learned. And I still have her recipe book, which is crazy.
And that must be fucking golden.
Oh, my mom she is not happy.
Oh, that you have it?
Oh, yeah. I never gave it to my mom.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So you killed her mother.
Yeah.
And then you stole one of the last.
Well, she left it to me.
Oh, she did? Okay.
She left it to me. And I just look at it like, I don't know. There's something about when I go back home to New Jersey or whether I was in New Jersey at the time and my mom would make the same dishes, obviously, as my nanny, but it was always a little off.
Mm-hmm.
And something in me was like, I never want her to perfect it. I don't know why. I just never want her to, because every time she'll ask me, she'll cook, how is it? Is it like Nanny's? And I was like, it's really close. It's so close. But she knows that she doesn't have the exact ingredients because she doesn't have the book.
And you have the book tucked away somewhere. You don't see it all the time.
No,
but it's
never
like
really
one of those
see it. Yeah,
things,
downstairs in the basement.
Handwritten?
Handwritten on a notebook, on a brown notebook. Yeah, handwritten. And there's probably like 50 recipes in there.
I don't live your life or do whatever, but Jersey Jerry's Nanny's cookbook would do fucking numbers.
It would do big numbers.
We could recreate this thing right down to the olive oil stains.
Oh, yeah.
And the dried oregano that's just happened to be sitting in between pages for 40 years.
Oh, yeah, man.
I would buy it. And by the way, so Chef Donnie has a cookbook. I think I'm in it. It's one. I think it was a collab type thing. So I'm in there. So if you're looking for a cookbook for somebody at Barstool, you can find Chef Donnie's cookbook. It's very good. The kid is very, very good. But I would light his cookbook on fire and pay $1,000 to get your grandmother's.
And you know what's crazy is like I never even went fully through it.
Because it doesn't mean anything to like just having it.
Yeah, exactly. Because like I don't do any of the cooking now, like at all. Like my girlfriend, well, I'm engaged. So what do you call that if you're engaged?
Fiance.
So my fiance now,
right?
You know, I can't call her my girlfriend no more. We got engaged. Yeah. She does all the cooking.
I call her my girlfriend. Your fiance.
Yeah.
Sorry,
but it's fine. But she does all like she cooks a lot of Spanish food.
Right.
You know what I mean?
What's her nationality?
Colombian.
Oh,
yeah. So she cooks a lot of Spanish food, a lot of rice, a lot of beans, pork chops.
How do you feel like when you said your girlfriend's Colombian? Oh, excuse me, fiance's Colombian. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, no, it's. I love Spanish. I love the Spanish. I do. Well, they're great people.
I can tell you right now. Well, I do too, but I can tell you right now when you put up on social. So the gentleman who helps me out here is Ian. Mm-hmm. Obviously, he's in New York. He's not here now. So he would send me a couple of clips. I was like, I got Jersey Jerry tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Very excited. He was, as am I. You know, again, because I love you. I tell you that. Kiss you on the mouth. He sends me some bully food stuff.
Yeah.
And the first thing he sends me, and so Jerry, obviously follow him on social media. He doesn't need it. He's got a huge following. Get more people to follow me. Bully food. And the first thing he put up is fucking Hamburger Helper.
Yes.
And so I'm like, oh, Jerry's a disgrace. And then the second thing he put up is, I think, butter cake ice cream or something like a pint of butter cake ice cream. I'm like, oh, we're getting closer. And it just says bully food.
Yeah.
The third thing you put up, bully food, was, I don't know if it was homemade or whatever. It was a Cuban sandwich next to a small plate of plantains. Yeah. Next to a small plate of rice and beans. Mm-hmm.
That was from a place in Newark, New Jersey called Melanie's on Mount Prospect Ave.
I'm telling you right now, and I'm assuming they had the green sauce there, that garlicky green sauce and stuff. So if you want to tell me about how much you love Spanish people and the Spanish, that got me some blood flow.
Yeah.
Like that's good eating to me.
It is very good. And I had opportunities to go to Colombia, been there a few times. And
as a recovering addict, you're going to Colombia?
Yes, yeah, of course.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Step into the dead.
Oh, yeah. The food there is incredible. It is really, really good. And we have great, obviously, Spanish food in America.
Sure.
You know, but it's just different, man. Yeah. It's so much fresher. You know, their big thing over there is fried snapper.
Ooh.
So they go out, you catch your snapper, you bring it back. They have all these different things you can do, and they cook it for you right on the beach. It's
nothing like that,
Nothing
right?
like it, man. Nothing.
Yeah.
And the ceviche too. They do right in front of you. They go catch the fish and do the ceviche right in front of you.
We had Jenks on, Jenks who helps
Yes,
out with
yes.
Frank and stuff. And
He
Jenks,
travels, right?
Yeah, he lived in Italy for a while. And just the idea of how fresh the food that he had in Italy, and then the idea of how fresh the food that you had in Colombia, it really does make me disappointed that we live in America.
I know.
And listen, I'm not a healthy guy. I'm not as unhealthy as I used to be, but I'm not a healthy guy. And I eat a lot of red dye or whatever. But man, the simplicity of catching, a minuto and then going and somebody just scaling it, scoring it, throwing it in hot oil and putting it on some fucking cocoa bread. Oh,
You know what's crazy that I never understood? I'm like a snack eater. Like I pick at nighttime. I'm up very late and I snack a lot. So that's where if I was to gain weight, that's where my weight comes from. I could eat whatever I want in Colombia and I didn't gain a pound. I didn't lose a pound.
really?
I stayed the same and I was eating 4 or 5 meals a day.
But were you tearing into the snacks at night or was it?
No,
That's why.
no snacks. Yeah.
Right.
Just like meals throughout the day, 4 or 5 meals, eating great, and just never gained a pound, never lost a pound. Stayed
So
the same.
your whole life you had an old Italian woman cooking for you.
Yeah.
And then when you made the transition, you have a hot Colombian cooking for you.
Yeah.
You realize how fucking spoiled.
Yeah, that's spoiled.
It's making me almost angry that I grew up in an Irish household. Right?
Yeah. No, I haven't really done anything really for myself.
How many kids?
2 now.
Okay.
I have 2. I have a 4-year-old and then I have a 5-month-year-old.
Okay.
Well, I guess 5-month-old.
Yeah. And what are they like? Are they the kids that
Horrible
eat
eater.
Okay.
My son's a horrible eater.
So
Very picky. He will eat anything. Don't get me wrong. He'll eat anything. He'll try anything, but he'll like a bird, just like a little bit, and that's it.
right.
He's full,
And it's too late. It's too early to tell on the other one.
We can tell because my son wasn't that great with milk either.
Okay.
My daughter, she'll drink a whole bottle and she'll fuss for more. So we think she's going to be a good eater. We don't know yet.
When you say that she's your fiance,
Yeah.
when is the wedding date?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
Maybe sometime next year.
So we're looking at 2027.
Yeah, somewhere around there. But I want to do so she doesn't want a big wedding. I don't really want a big wedding either. In a perfect world, I would love for our wedding to either be something in our backyard, immediate family, and have it catered and do something like that, or do like one massive dinner at like one of our favorite restaurants.
Just blow out the whole restaurant.
Yes.
Maybe get one of the Spanish places in Newark and the Ironbound.
Yeah.
Like those places.
Oh, yeah.
But can I tell you again that I'm angry again at you because the idea of a Jersey Jerry blowout wedding that's half Italian and half Colombian.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty crazy.
That's a fucking movie.
Yeah. It's great.
Yeah. Hey, you're wildly interesting. So then your wife, your fiance, when you get home, will you have a meal on the table?
Rice and beans usually almost every night.
Okay.
No matter what.
Sort of like the pasta replacement.
Yes.
From grandma.
So I guess how they do it is like no matter what, there's always rice and beans at least,
You're rice and beans every day?
I don't really eat it every day, no, but it's there every day if I pretty much want it or not. It's just something I think they're just trained to do.
Yeah.
It's just, hey, no matter what, we can be ordering out and there's rice and beans. If you want, there's rice and beans on the stove. That's up to you. You don't got to eat it, but it's never, put it in the fridge, we'll eat it the next. It's never. No, it's fresh every day. No
Really?
matter what. Yes.
Okay. Sort of like she's making coffee. She's going to put on her rice and beans.
Correct. Yeah. Cook it. It's done in like 30 minutes.
I respect the shit out of that too.
Yeah.
This is just making me angry all over the place.
Yeah. I didn't understand it at first. It was like, oh, okay. This is the Monday we're doing it, Tuesday, and then it was like Wednesday when we first started dating. It's like Thursday too, Friday too. It's just like a little awkward now, you know what I mean?
Right.
But it's just kind of something that they do. It's like, and in the mornings they'll do like her dad does. Her dad is an excellent cook, but rice with eggs.
Okay, I don't eat rice with eggs. Give me rice with eggs.
Rice with eggs in the morning, white rice, scrambled eggs mixed together, and a little avocado with salt and lime on the side.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah, it's pretty damn good too, But I'm not a big breakfast guy, so I don't really eat that.
So yeah, so you don't take part in it.
No.
When you made the move out here to Chicago,
Mm-hmm.
which has now been a couple of years, you're a Chicagoan now. Do you feel like a Chicagoan?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't.
Why is that? What do you feel like?
I don't know. I miss a lot of things about New Jersey, mostly the food.
Okay.
I live in the burbs, so like obviously down here, excellent food, and there's some great restaurants by me, don't get me wrong. But there's something about growing up in that like Essex County area, that Newark, Belleville, Bloomfield area where like I can go to a bodega and get a chopped cheese and like it's incredible. You
Right.
know what I mean? You don't get that here. You know,
Right.
you don't get that here. If I want, I'm going to go get some excellent bread, I could just walk down the street to Calandra's Bakery and get my bread.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have, you know, the luxury of doing that out here. You know, I'm all the way in the burbs and, you know, I'm sure they have great bread places down here. Don't get me wrong. I haven't found bread that's better than New Jersey. I haven't found pizza that's better than New Jersey.
How do you feel about the hot dog thing out here? Let's talk about, so now being in Chicago.
Yeah.
So the things that stand out to people immediately when they think Chicago food is the deep dish.
Yeah.
Right. And I spoke to Eddie about it and he had set me straight. I thought Chicagoans were embarrassed about their connection to deep dish because for the most part, it's something that people can't have every day.
Yeah.
And Eddie's like, no, I'm not embarrassed by it. I don't eat it every day, but he has a couple of places. One of them, Bert's, I think I'm going to go try today. How do you feel about deep dish pizza?
We'll get it, but we'll get it like once every 3-4 months.
Okay. Yeah.
You
so
know?
it's a couple times a year.
Yeah, maybe a couple times, 3 times a year, something like that. I would say as far as the hot dog
The
goes,
Chicago dog running through the garden like that.
there is nothing that comes close to Chris's Red Hots or JJ's.
Yeah.
You know?
What about Dickie D's? Do you remember that?
Oh,
place?
yeah, the Italian hot dog.
The Italian hot
so do you know where, obviously,
This fucking guy.
you know where Belmont Tavern is?
Well, I do know where Belmont
Listen,
Tavern.
you go there. I'm on that street, so I can walk to Calandra's, I could walk to Dickie D's, I could walk to Belmont Tavern.
If you go into any grocery store in and around New Jersey, they'll have the Italian bread out, and the Italian bread will be in a white sleeve, like every Italian bread. But the Italian bread that's in a tan sleeve it usually has the clear plastic window in it, Calandra's. So
Yes.
Calandra's is one of those guys that supply for the tri-state area.
Yeah.
So it's become synonymous with good Italian bread for a lot of people. And listen, Francis Bakery in Bay Ridge blows Calandra's away. Everybody has that feeling about their
sure.
place, and that's what makes New York and New Jersey special. But Dickie D's, even like Rutt's Hut,
Yes, of course. Rippers. Oh my God.
that's what I'm saying. And and I think that you're right. The same way that a deep dish, I believe for me, and again, I'm going to try it again today, will be like a quarterly thing for me. I feel the same way about a Chicago dog. I can have a Chicago
Me
dog
too.
once a month.
Yeah. That's as far as I'll go. But if
I do a
I'm,
Ripper once a week.
yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
I can go to JJ's or Chris's truck, you know, in Branchbrook Park, and I can get that once a week
Right.
with a chocolate milk.
You miss New Jersey.
I do.
Well, hold on a sec. So you go in, so you're a hot dog order. So we go up to Chris's, and what's the hot dog order? Because the fact that you put a chocolate milk with it disgusts me. But I've done
I do
yoo-hoos
hot
with
on.
it.
I do. I usually do like 3 of them. So I'll do one chili and cheese. I'll do one hot onion, and I'll do one hot onion and cheese.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And then you wash that all down
Chocolate milk.
with the dairy product,
Correct,
right?
yeah.
Because you think that makes sense. Yeah. And so when you
Well,
go,
it's the spice from the hot onion that I like to get out of my mouth.
there's a cooling sensation
Yeah.
from the milk. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with it. So that brings me to my next point. How often do you shit your pants? Because I know of at least once.
Yeah, so-
and I wish I didn't. I wrote a blog on it once. I believe I'd asked your permission that if I
Yes,
could.
yes.
I'll have to dig that up. I know of at least one time when you have. Tell me how often you shit your pants or how you got put in that situation.
Since I'm an adult, it would be 3 times.
Okay.
It would be the train incident. It was also another 2 times out
What
here.
was it? Because I blocked it out
Taco
of my
Bell.
memory.
It
So you
was
did Taco Bell
the night before. And then I went to Barstool, New York and, Manhattan and worked throughout the day. And then like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, train home. And like, as soon as I was walking to the train at MSG, you get that feeling.
Yeah, the bubble.
It's like, oh, it's fine. I'm not going to, I'd rather just wait till I'm home.
Yeah.
and I sit on the train, and as soon as the train starts to take off, and it's like a 29-minute, train ride to where my stop was in Bloomfield, I started to feel it. Like, it was starting to really overpower me.
Right.
And it really started, like, I would say 10 minutes left in the ride, stuff started to come out. But not right away. I was kind of holding it, and little by little it's coming out. Once we pretty much hit the stop, I couldn't hold it. And that was it.
Right.
It all came out to my shorts, down my leg.
But where was the video taken then?
I didn't have the video because I wasn't going to film myself while I was in public,
So when you got home.
When I got home, so from the train station where I got dropped off, I walked down this probably 40 steps, and my car is sitting right there. I get in my car, sit down. It's all in my car now.
Yeah.
All over the seat.
Yeah.
I get inside, I get to my house, unlock the door, and I get to the bathroom, and I'm like, I got to record this.
You didn't, but.
Yeah, I did. But I said, this doesn't happen every day.
No.
This is like something that's so rare
Right.
that people are probably going to be disgusted. And I didn't think it would go viral at all. I just thought people would be like, oh, you're disgusting, whatever. And then it just went nuts.
I mean, we had you at a race, right? Like, and you're walking by, and like guys in the haulers. So we cover NASCAR as well as Spider and I, and Jerry was nice enough to come to at least one race with us. I think maybe you've done
two.
Yeah.
I think two, right?
Yeah, I think. Well, one maybe was here in Chicago.
Yeah,
but then we did Daytona or something.
Daytona was incredible.
Yeah, and people in the pit saying it was a bad day. It was a
sad day. Yeah, dude. So I had that, and then I had two other times, which were both out in Chicago here. One was, I don't even remember really what I ate, but it wasn't like the video. It was very small.
Okay.
And then the third time was Sports Advisors this past year, Thanksgiving episode.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
Do people know that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So it's documented. I'm not doing that.
No. People watch the video. And
I'm going to give it a fresh set of downs because I'm sure Ian's going to clip.
Yeah.
It's a sad day type thing. So it's going to, just so you know. But you seem like you're okay with it.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. I feel like, I could be wrong, but I feel like every guy shits their pants once, right? Or no?
I got to be honest. If you're asking me age-wise, I think it'll happen eventually.
Okay.
I think you're a little bit ahead of the curve as far as age-wise. But I will tell you, I did a guest bartending gig.
Mm-hmm.
And it was during Barstool Breakfast. So it was Willie and I and Pat and Jet Ski, and we were going to really tear after it.
Mm-hmm.
And we'd gone out to a big meal the night before. And so my wife had come and she brought a bag. And I said, why did you bring a bag? She's like, I have an extra pair of pants just in case you shit yourself. And I was like, that's ride or die. So that's why I'm never going to leave her.
That's incredible.
So I can't sit here and be like, but I don't think I did it as much when I was that young.
Fair.
That's my only judgment call there.
But let me ask you this.
Go.
From 18, and what are you now?
54.
Okay. Have you noticed you got to get to the bathroom faster now?
I do not take any chances anymore.
Okay, cool.
I don't.
Gotcha.
I don't take any chances.
No matter where you're at, you're not waiting. You're going right to the bathroom.
I used to be a huge home field guy.
Me too.
Because I take my wedding ring off. I don't like to have anything on me when I am. Yeah. So if I'm here, I'm going to take my bobby pins out, whatever you want. Honestly, I would not like to wear my glasses.
Really?
Yeah. I want
shirt on, right?
No, shirt off like a newborn. And by the way, I very rarely take my shirt off because I'm an upside down bathtub.
Yeah,
I'm disgusting
same,
looking. Yeah. So it's not like I'm one of these guys that just rips off his shirt and jumps. But as soon as I get into, if I have the control to do it, I strip down to just like, I'll take my foot out.
Okay.
I'll take my sock off, put my foot back in my shoe so I'm not standing on the ground of a public bathroom.
Wow.
And
is it a comfort thing or?
I don't know what it is. There's a little bit of sweat involved with it for some reason because sometimes there's some urgency or pushing.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I enjoy a breeze. I enjoy the freedom of it.
I never have, but I'm willing to try it.
I think it's a life changer.
Maybe I'll start at home, try it at home, obviously,
That's where you want to do it. But as a result, as a kid, or working on the floor of the exchange, I held it in for like days.
Wow.
Because shitting in the New York Stock Exchange is like shitting at Grand Central Station. So I would hold it in all the time.
What was the food scene there like? Like you're just trading?
Loved it. You'd love
Is it like catered every day or?
I never took a lunch break. I never went to lunch
Okay.
for the 25 years that I was in that industry.
Wow.
And because, you're slaves to that screen,
Yeah.
but every day, whatever you want was that's the price that the company paid was put in front of you, particularly when you were on the floor.
Steaks, whatever.
I'm telling you right now, if I was just all of a sudden trading like the hammers of hell or something, I'd be like, man, I need a fucking lamb chop. And then boom, somebody would order Harry's and I'd have
Holy
a dozen
shit.
baby lamb chops.
Nothing out of your pocket. They pay for everything.
Like Wolverine. Yeah, everything was paid for.
Wow.
And
that's every day.
And then you had the expense account. So every night, if I wanted to, every night I could take customers out, drink.
So that's
drugs,
a real
whatever.
thing, not just in movies you see it. That's real.
It was so real. And again, like I'm older, it was so real. And now it's so much less prevalent because it's easier.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It just had all the fun was taken out of it.
Yeah.
So fun. But it really is a different.
Do you miss it at all or no?
I don't miss the day by day. I miss the characters because I think you're a character. And that's why I enjoy talking to you. The characters down there you would love.
I can't even imagine, dude.
That's why I'm large. Like, because there was an ugly Mike, a big Mike, like all these ones I could have had. And I'm not saying I'm ugly and you were going to.
No. I
appreciate it. I was waiting for you to fucking come at me. There was all these things. So I was large Mike. Everybody down there had
nickname,
perfect nicknames. Like I can introduce you. Annie and I have a very good friend. And when we were adopting our first kid, we would speak to him about it because he had adopted a child. And I think he wound up adopting that kid's sister later on, which is a great thing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I would introduce you to him because he's a salt of the earth and his name is Clammy. And I always love Clammy. And
is he sweating? Is that why?
Just as soon as you shake his hand, you know what I mean? It's just abundantly, it's apparent on why he's named that. Like you would have done well in early stock exchange, because you didn't. I don't know. Do you have a good head for numbers?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Not numbers. No.
That's all you need. Just a little bit of a head for numbers. But if you had your aggression and your personality, you would have fucking tonned it.
Yeah.
I feel that way. So out here in Chicago, what do you like? What has been a pleasant surprise culinarily and even not culinarily? If there's something that you want to do to tout this town, I do love this town.
I do love it.
What do you love about out here?
I love where I live. Now, this I know it's not about food, but I love where I live.
No, this is about Jerry.
Yeah, so I love where I live. I live in a town called Arlington Heights. Very close to, we have our little downtown there, the train station. I could walk to the train station if I wanted to come to the city, which I don't ever take the train, but just to put it out there. It's very diverse. It's pretty diverse. You have your little pockets of different areas and whatnot. Halloween is like, I'm trying to explain, like, picture like every house is doing king size candy bars, neighbors competing with one another. You know what I mean? Yeah. I kind of like that vibe though a little bit.
Yeah, Christmas lights.
Yeah, Christmas lights. Yeah, mine are still up. I got to take them down. But I like the little competition with neighbors. Because I don't care what nobody says.
Wait a sec. Tuesday, January 6th, and your Christmas lights are still up?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're getting taken down the 9th.
Okay. Wait, they're getting taken down on the 9th?
Yeah, taken down.
You have a service?
Oh yeah, the guy comes and takes them down.
Okay, that's nice.
So it's a little.
Look at you little fucking fancy son of a. Well, you're not on a fucking ladder.
No,
the union guy.
No, not anymore.
The bully guy.
No, not anymore. No, way past that.
I'm on a ladder. Feel that head. Can you feel a fucking? There hasn't been a callus ever on that thing. I'm on a ladder. By the way, my lights are still up.
No, I got a great deal. It's a guy who comes once a year and he puts them up. Day after Thanksgiving, they go up. And he takes them down usually right after New Year's, the 3rd or 4th, he takes them down. This year he's a little backed up, but great price. You can't beat the price.
Okay.
Can't beat the price.
You got a guy.
Yeah, I got a guy for that, which is great. But I like where I live because I can get to I should say this. There's traffic here is horrible.
It's unbelievable.
But I can get to where I want to go different, areas pretty quickly if I want to. I wasn't fond about raising a family in the city. like the hustle and bustle down here,
Yeah.
a little bit. I wanted a backyard. I wanted my space. So I love where I live, and everything is close, large. I want to go to the mall. It is 6-minute drive. My supermarket is a 4-minute drive. Not even. My son's school is 3 minutes away. My butcher is 4 minutes away. Everything is so close, no matter what I want. Golf, I have 15 different golf courses within 15, 20 minutes. It's crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
Especially for you, you become an addict.
yes.
With the I shouldn't say that, and I don't mean to say that. I wasn't being tongue in cheek at all. But you really have taken to golf like a fish to water.
Yes.
I shouldn't say.
It's very addicting. It is.
Yeah.
You know what it is? It's just like you go out there, you could play like shit, but if you hit one perfect shot, it makes you want to come back.
Right.
You
and
know?
nobody else in the world could have hit that shot as well as you right there.
Exactly.
Even though it was a 30-yard chip. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
for some reason, it was just clean.
Yeah.
I feel the same way.
So, but everything I want is very accessible. Neighbors are incredible. I'll tell you a quick story.
Please.
I buy my house. I buy a dentist office pretty much. Half the house was a dentist office. Half the house was the guy who worked as a dentist lived there.
Uh-huh.
So I had a bunch of work to do, which we did. It took us about a year to finish up everything. I go there, and my first ever house, fiance, girlfriend at the time, stayed with my son back in New Jersey while I fixed up the house for like 3 months.
Okay.
First day I get there, a neighbor comes to my door, introduces himself, say hello. He's like, I got a card for you. I'm picking up maybe $25 to whatever,
Yeah.
$500.
Really?
Yeah. Target, $500. Like, wow, that was incredible. Super nice.
That's unheard of.
Yes. So everybody there is so nice, so polite, so respectful, but you know how they are. It's like, oh, how much you pay for your fence? How much you pay for this? How much you pay? Wow. I got the black garage door, right? I got the black garage door. I was the first one in my little neighborhood to get the black garage door because I watched a TikTok that said, if you get a black garage door, your house is going to pop. It'll stand out a little bit, So I got the black garage door, and then I noticed months go by, and it's like, oh, that house got a new black garage door, and that house got one now, and that house got one now.
Yeah.
So it's funny to see,
Sure.
different stuff from different neighbors and whatnot. But I love where I live. It's incredible.
It will be a keeping up with the Joneses for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I love that though.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Are your kids going to be more Italian or more Colombian?
My son understands both.
What's his name?
Gerard, same
Gerard.
name,
Okay,
same name
okay.
as me, Gerard. He understands both. Can he speak Spanish? No, he can't speak it like fluently yet. So what we did from when he was young was, since he was born, she stayed home.
Okay.
So she would do especially when he was younger, she would do exclusively Spanish to him, and then when I got home, it was English. So he picked up on that, and now he understands. Her mom doesn't really speak English at all.
Okay.
But they FaceTime every day. She's in Belleville, New Jersey, and whatnot. But she'll speak Spanish to him, and he'll speak, as much as he can, and he understands Spanish to her. When he knows he's talking to my mom, it's English.
Okay.
So he knows the difference. He knows, like, he'll greet his abuela, which is her mom. He'll greet her in Spanish, and he'll greet my mom in English.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so he
How's your
understands.
Spanish?
Horrible, nothing, not zero.
Really?
Yeah, and I always wondered, like,
How long have you been with this girl?
6, 7 years now.
You
6?
just haven't picked up anything more than a couple of curse words?
No, nothing.
Really?
Nothing. I haven't, and like I would love to learn. I tried some like bullshit on like YouTube and whatnot to try to learn. But it's just, I just feel like it's impossible for me to learn.
I mean, perhaps it is. It's a hurdle that you can't go, but I think it would be nice for the kids. So you're not a very good father. Is what I'm saying. When you had said that I'm 6 minutes from my son's school, I'm 4 minutes from a mall, I'm 4 minutes from a butcher.
Yeah.
I don't know if you said butcher because you know that would mean a lot to me, because I have a butcher too.
Yeah.
And it's the greatest thing in the world.
It
and
is.
I don't gatekeep a lot. Mm-hmm. But if you have a guy who's very good,
Yes.
you sometimes have to gatekeep him because it's impossible to get good meat around the holidays.
So I'll explain to you this. My grandmother's, my nanny, who passed away, the one that I murdered, her husband was a degenerate scumbag, very angry guy.
Okay.
One thing he always had was, hey, there's fresh meat. We're going to a butcher. We're not getting meat at different supermarkets and whatnot. So I saw that when I was younger and whatnot. When how everybody's like, oh, when I get older, I want a Rolex. I want this car, that car. My dream was I want to be successful enough to where I have the luxury to get my meat from a butcher shop and not at a grocery store. And since I've, started making money in the union and then Barstool, it's like I get my meat from the butcher. I don't go to a supermarket. I'll go to the supermarket for, eggs and milk and different things and, for the kids, snacks and whatnot. But we will get our meat from the butcher. We will not get it from a supermarket.
I don't know what the rest of this interview has. That's the most Italian thing you've said since we sat down. Yeah. And I almost felt like you're going to be like, I get my meat from the butcher like a fucking gentleman. Like, you know what I mean? It's one of those things.
But I will say, it's not even, the taste is not even close.
No.
It doesn't even come close. If you can afford it, or even if like once a week you want to splurge a little bit and not get your steak from the supermarket or your lamb chops from the supermarket, just go to the butcher one time, maybe once a week. If money's tight or whatever, this economy's crazy.
Yep.
Try to get your meat from the butcher. It'll blow you away. The difference. It's not even close.
I think you can. And I know what you're saying with the economy, and I know that a lot of stuff that I put out online is on sometimes the higher end side. That's probably the biggest thing with commenters, particularly after we did all that stuff with Katz's. $29 for a pastrami sandwich in New York City. Every sandwich that's a good pastrami sandwich in New York City is expensive. Yes. I won't go down the road again. But I don't think that a butcher is that big of a luxury. But I think the quality that you get far outweighs the premium that you pay.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I feel better giving my kids ground beef from a butcher.
Yeah, we had ground beef yesterday from the butcher,
and he's just in the back, just kind of pushing the short rib through or pushing the chuck through.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is. I feel better with a homemade sausage than as opposed. There's nothing wrong with Premio sausages.
No, they're great.
Biggest fucking Italian sausage company in the United States, maybe not.
Yeah,
and they're great. But every now and again, you go to a pork store and they're just making their own sausage, and it's light years. And I don't think the premium is that much.
Yeah, no. Honestly, if you go, even now though, the economy is so bad. I don't even know that I haven't really bought meat at a grocery store in years.
Right.
But I can't imagine the price would be that much crazier, right? At the butcher?
It's as crazy as it is. I'm agreeing with you.
Okay.
It's not that much of a difference. And people can come at me and say, well, there are high-end butchers that'll only be doing, prime versus, there's all these different levels. But I'm saying if you're going to stay in that same choice type area, I think there isn't too much of, and plus it's nice to walk in and have somebody say, hey, Jerry.
Yeah, for sure. Like the guy Joe there.
If there's a ding ding when you walk in or something, there's a premium to that.
Yeah, for sure. We're on a name basis now. We ask each other about the families and whatnot. Come in, hey Jerry, what's up? Hey Joe, what's going on?
And
man?
It's like butter steaks and like nobody has butter.
And
steaks,
you know what I like too? I'm always the youngest person there.
That's such a nice feeling.
I'm always the youngest person there. It's really funny. But yeah, dude, I feel like if you're gonna get a steak from a supermarket, let's say you're going to get a ribeye for yourself from the supermarket, you're gonna pay probably $25, something like that, maybe 30. Butcher is going to be what, 35?
Maybe a small.
It can't be that much different.
And we're talking small town butchers.
Yes,
we're not talking about going to Whole Foods to their butcher counter or anything like that. Which, by the way, Whole Foods has got great meat. I don't know why I'm defending all these gigantic companies like Premium and Whole Foods. I don't give a fuck. But I respect the hell out of that as well. Yeah. I'm going to go to the dark side. So when you got it, and I am going to talk about food with your addiction, if that's cool.
Yes, very
cool.
So
you're going along at a pretty good clip. Yep. Life is good in Belleville, New Jersey. And nanny is making you dinner every night, loving family and all that stuff. But then you just find something that you really, really enjoy. And that comes in the form of Coke?
Crack cocaine.
Never
done Coke.
You never did Coke?
Never done Coke.
Wow. So we're sitting with a Wall Street guy and a former crackhead. Yeah. This is worlds colliding.
Yeah, crazy.
And the only thing we have in common, love a good fucking butcher.
Yeah, exactly.
So talk to me about the first time that you had crack. How awesome was it?
So I went to rehab for heroin.
Okay.
So I went to rehab for heroin, and I started out with pills. Yeah, like 16, 17, doing like, whatever, like the Percocets and the Oxycontin. And I was okay, like not okay, obviously, but like I was functioning, a little bit. Then I got introduced right after high school to heroin, started doing heroin, and then...
Needles?
Huh?
Needles?
No needles. No,
Okay.
not that it's better or worse for you. Everything's bad, but I started doing heroin. Then shit hit the fan. And it got to the point where I got arrested a few times, and then I ended up my mom and whatnot forcing me to go to rehab.
Sure,
understandable. Go to rehab and. You meet people and whatnot. I went to a rehab called Integrity House in Newark, New Jersey, which is on Broad Street in downtown Newark. And pretty much it's a TC program, which is called the Therapeutic Community. So it's kind of like boot camp. It's kind of like a rehab, but it's like boot camp style.
Okay.
You get screamed at and whatnot, all these things. And a lot of the guys there were guys who were stipulated there from prison. So they're in prison and then they leave prison, but they get stipulated to the rehab. Hey, you got to do 90 days here before you're allowed to go out in the wild on your own.
Okay.
So there was a lot of guys from prison
90
there.
days as being one of the people that's teaching you not to do drugs?
No.
Or 91 days as being one of the people who does drugs?
It does drugs,
Okay.
yeah. So it was mostly
Gotcha.
guys who had drug charges.
I thought it was like a scared straight thing. I apologize.
Yeah, no. There was a lot of guys who had drug charges from prison or, guys who had drug charges trying to avoid going to prison.
Got it.
Were there. But I got introduced there to crack cocaine. So I was talking to this one guy, not to glorify it or anything because it shouldn't be glorified, but we got to talking and he's like, what do you do? I was like, I'm struggling on heroin. I've been here for 2 months. He's like, you ever done crack? And I was like, no, but you know what? My heroin dealer always would ask me what I wanted, like a boy or girl. And I never understood that. And I was like, I just want heroin. Heroin meant boy, girl meant crack.
Okay.
And whatever, I go to the rehab, I graduate, I'm fine. I feel good. I do my 90 days there. I get back home. Everything's good. And one day I just got bored and just the obsession took over. And I was like, I'm going to try something different. And I went to the drug dealer, the same one I got the heroin from. And I was like, oh, where you been? I was like, yeah, I went to get sober and whatever. Shit went south. I'm not sober anymore. Do you have crack cocaine? He's like, oh, you want some girl? And I was like, yeah, I'll try it. And I didn't know how to use it or anything because it doesn't come in the form of a powder. You don't just sniff
rock,
it.
yeah.
It's a rock that you smoke. So I was like, hey, I don't mean to be awkward, but how do I do this? Like, oh, you have to go here and get, your pipe and whatnot and all that stuff. And once I did it, it was over.
That's what all the anti-drug propaganda made it out to be.
Yeah.
Particularly when it was introduced when I was a kid, it was like crack one time.
Yes.
And even if you watch like The Wolf of Wall Street,
Yeah.
the first time they do crack, in the back alley, it seems, when I say awesome, I am not glorifying it, but there is a propofol is awesome. I take propofol before they put a 4-foot camera up my ass. But what propofol does for me is awesome because they put a camera in and out of my ass and take stuff out, and I don't know about it.
Yes.
So to me, it's awesome. So I'm not glorifying it.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
But it's fucking awesome. That's why people get addicted to it.
Of course, that's what it is. It's the craziest rush you'd ever have in your life. And that's what the thing that's crazy about it is. It only lasts like 60 seconds.
Right.
That the high isn't like, oh, you do this drug or that drug or mushrooms, whatever the case may be, and you're high for a couple hours. Or it only lasts like 60 seconds.
I had heard, honestly, I've never done crack. So when we did Twisted History of Cocaine, I think, we were talking about crack, and it doesn't matter. Like sometimes if you're smoking weed, if you take a monster hit versus like a small hit.
Yeah.
With crack, I think you don't need to take monster hits. And there's even like that thing where you can alligator it into a balloon and save like a hit for later and stuff.
Correct. Yes.
Take one for the road.
Yes.
So it's always fascinated me. And I don't mean to like, so I admire the way that you've come out on the other side of this. I have an admiration for you. So please don't take this as something.
No.
Did you get, I'm just getting back to the food thing. Did you get extremely like gaunt and cracked out and all that shit?
I was 120 pounds.
Okay.
You don't eat. That's the thing.
That's what I mean. Is there any food that goes well with crack?
Zero, nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. You don't have an appetite at all. Like
Really?
I'm talking like I couldn't even, there was times where I went probably like 5-6 days without putting a morsel of food in my body.
Really?
Zero. Yeah, water, but that's about it. No food, nothing.
What was rock bottom?
Probably homeless, sleeping next to a Dunkin' Donuts dumpster. That was rock bottom.
Wow. Okay. So
Yeah.
then that's so me casually asking what good food goes with crack.
Zero, nothing.
Right. So what was there like a heroin type thing? Did
Sweets. Heroin was sweets.
You chase it with sweets.
You chase it with sweets pretty much. That was my thing with heroin, with like a lot of ice cream, a lot of chocolate, all sweets.
Was it a big drinking thing too with it?
I've only drank twice my whole life.
Really?
I've only had alcohol twice. Junior prom and senior prom.
So I used the word unicorn already. So I'm speaking to a guy that's had a couple of drinks at his 2 proms, and then went right to heroin.
Yeah.
And then kind of kicked that, right?
Yeah.
The heroin, I don't think you went back to.
No.
But
no.
you
Once I went to back into rehab again for the crack, I never went back to heroin. So it's weird. It's like the crack got me off the heroin, but I got addicted to crack.
Do you feel that need? So what about like nicotine? Is it something? Are you a nicotine patch guy and stuff?
The pouches.
Okay.
Yeah, so I do those. So
you a cigarette guy, cigar guy?
I tried to be a cigar guy and I couldn't do it.
You should be a fucking cigar guy.
I tried, but I think I was doing it wrong.
I got guys out here.
Mm-hmm.
So I have the guys from Never Ash. We had the guy on, Tom Grilly, and he was like finer points about how to smoke a cigar.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. You would a fucking horse track with a cigar.
Yeah, like I've done it,
glasses,
but I don't think I know how to smoke it.
You looked a little uncomfortable when I saw you doing it too.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? There is a certain Dave too. Like Dave sort of does the pinch thing and whatnot. But I think like you deserve to be smoking a fucking paint roller.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
One.
Like,
one of those short, fat ones.
Yeah. Notice I'm trying to get you on different drugs when you just told me about your fucking path out. I don't mean to do it.
I bought a humidor and everything. Like I actually I tried to, when I bought my house, I was like, I'm gonna get a nice humidor. I'm gonna get a bunch of cigars, put them in there, and I had a couple, and I was like,
it's just not doing it for you.
It's just not. The taste. Like I think I was inhaling too much.
You can't inhale.
Yeah, and I would get headaches.
Yeah,
and I was like, I can't do this.
Okay, if you wanted to give it one more shot, I'd love to have a cigar with you. I'd
love to try it again.
Yeah, we'll do it like gentlemen.
Yes,
in front of a butcher store.
You could tell me, hey, this is how you smoke. This is how you hold it. I'd love to know.
What about caffeine? Like I see that you have.
Yeah.
This is one of the energy drinks.
I would say
coffee guy too and stuff.
So it's very weird. Coffee has always had the opposite effect on me. Coffee will get me very down. Okay. And like low and like, secluded and depressed for some reason.
Okay.
It never had the effect on me to where I was like, oh, okay, I'm fucking up. I'm ready to start my day. So I was never a big coffee drinker. The last couple months, I will say though, with the newborn and whatnot, I felt like I've needed stuff to like keep me going, because you're up 3, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, you're constantly up and down. So I needed something to keep me going. So I started drinking a little bit of coffee, but not a lot. Okay. But just enough to like, okay, like I'm not going to drink a whole cup. I'm going to drink, a quarter of a cup of coffee.
What do you think filled the need then from crack and heroin and whatever else? What do you think fills that need? Or is it something that you...
No, so it's pretty much now I understand like how to be a productive member of society. Now I have, a little side venture with a company called Diamond Recovery, who is an actual rehab facility. Okay. And pretty much when I was starting to get bigger on social media, he reached out and was like, hey, I'm starting this company, Diamond Recovery. My brother is an addict and whatnot. I wanted to start this business to, help other addicts out there get sober. My brother's a part of the business. I'm a part of the business. We'd love to bring you on and, We think your voice and your persona and, your followers on social media, they know your story. You're open with your story.
Right.
You can help a bunch of people. And so I'm like, you know what? You're right. Now what fills it is like I get a DM or a call from a mom and is like, hey, Jerry, my son is struggling. He needs help. He's a big fan. Is there anything you can do for him? Can you help him? And it's like, of course, dude. Of course. I've been there. I know what it's like, So that's what fills that, now.
I fucking love it. I didn't know. So can you just give it one more plug? What is the recovery thing?
So it's called Diamond Recovery. And we have, a bunch of facilities, and it started out as one.
Right.
It's grown to, I think 5 or 6 now. We're actually opening one in New Jersey in the next couple of months. But yeah, dude, Diamond Recovery, that's what fills me up today, is being able to be on the opposite side and help,
I fucking love it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we need to you'd come back, right? This is
of
easy.
course. Yeah,
talking
this
with
is
you
easy.
is fucking easy.
I was like, I'm getting nervous. Like, I know Lars is going to ask me a bunch of questions. This is the easiest,
It's the easiest thing
I've ever done.
Yeah, I know. And I'll tell you what, like when you come in here, I think there's a universality to it as far as if there's a star coming through to talk to, Dan and Eric.
Yeah.
I think there's an idea that if I get them, or KFC or Ron or any of the girls or chicks in the office, rather, anyone could sit down and kind of talk about it. And then I think the questions too, which we're going to do now, if that's okay, and then wrap up.
Yep.
I like the continuity of it. I think people are doing pretty well with it.
It's something we do every day. We got to eat or survive, right? So it's like, I think, so simple.
And people like to talk about when they have a good experience with it. I'm going to do the ones exactly as I had sent them to you.
Okay.
All right, so here's the final questions with Jersey Jerry. What is your go-to fast food order?
Go-to fast food order would be if I would go to McDonald's. I'd get a McChicken with cheese, no mayo, large fry, 6-piece nugget, and a medium Diet Coke.
Okay.
That's my go-to.
That's right down the middle. Now, when I ask people this, I ask them what's their drunk McDonald's order. I would never ask you that just because. And then if I was to ask you what's your, drug thing, but you don't eat. So you basically don't have that one. Like when I go to McDonald's, and I rarely do just because it fucks with my stomach. I'm a filet of fish guy.
Okay.
Right? I mean, I can do that because we used to do it on Fridays and Lent and stuff.
Yes.
But my drunk McDonald's order
separate
is absolutely disgusting.
Gotcha. Okay.
How do you take your eggs?
Over easy.
Over easy.
Yes.
Yeah. How do you take your pizza? Like, do you do it with toppings?
Cheese. I'm a plain cheese guy. I don't fuck with really toppings. Give me it well done.
Yeah, well done cheese is perfect. And then how do you take your steak? Can I?
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping medium rare. Are you a medium rare? Now I don't have any now because you started to smile. Then it's not going to be the answer. But
no,
the fact. So I would like to have a small table outside of your butcher store where you're drinking a man's coffee, right? And you're going to enjoy it while you're smoking a cigar and you're having a bloody steak.
Yeah.
You're telling me that does not exist. How do you take your steak?
Medium.
You're medium, but okay.
I'm not a medium. If they do it right, I do like the pink inside. Don't get me wrong. But there's a point in the medium rare that I've noticed is, and I've noticed it with medium too. Sometimes they overdo it and it fucks you. It fucks you really bad.
Yeah.
If they cook it medium how I like it, it is still juicy. There is still pink inside. It's not bloody, but there's still pink inside. But I've been fucked before, multiple times. But I've noticed, as I used to be medium rare.
Okay.
For a long time, I was medium rare. As I got older, I switched to medium because it just was like too, I don't know how to explain it.
I thought you were going to go medium well, so I'm not angry at you again. I've been angry at you, I think, 3 times during this thing.
Definitely not medium well. No way.
Yeah. But I think medium is the new medium rare, especially with ribeyes.
Yes.
People think
I only really enjoy ribeyes.
Right.
I mean, I'll eat anything. I'll eat any steak, but my go-to is ribeye for sure.
Right.
I like the fat. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's just like something about the medium rare. I think like sometimes they might just underdo it a bit for me, and it's like, ugh.
If I go to a restaurant and I order a bigger steak, medium rare, like one of those porterhouse for 4 type thing, and I see people who are cutting around the red,
Yeah.
then I know it's not for. Like, you ever see that?
Yes,
Like, people
for
just
sure.
take
Yes.
off that top layer.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone has like that little
That crust, they want the crust.
Yeah, that's all they want.
Yeah.
Then I could see probably going to be a medium guy.
And can you explain to me real quick the Pittsburgh style? What is that?
Pittsburgh style steak?
Because I've heard it before.
Pittsburgh style steak?
Yes.
I don't know what a Pittsburgh style steak is.
really?
I've never heard of it.
Oh, really?
I'm tempted to Google it right now.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to.
Yeah,
because
I've seen on TikTok people order because I'm on like steak TikTok. I'm on a bunch of food TikToks. I
it's
love
the greatest
food.
thing in the world. Yeah.
I've seen
Do
people.
you follow me, by the way? I do some food reviews.
Yeah, of
Okay,
course,
I'm
of
just
course,
kidding.
yes.
Oh, Pittsburgh Rare.
Yeah, what is that?
It's a steak preparation method where the meat is seared at an extremely high heat, creating a charred, blackened, which means burnt, crust on the outside while leaving the inside very rare, cool, and red. So everywhere else
Would
in
you
the world,
like that?
I can do that. I'd rather not.
Okay.
When I say I'd rather not, I did so many client dinners where, so your Pittsburgh Rare is what the rest of the world calls black and blue.
Okay, gotcha.
So black and blue means you blacken the outside and the inside is going to be so red.
And there's
it's
people that
fucking
order
blue.
it like that.
I've gone to client dinners where people have taken the menu from me and ordered for the table. People who are paying us a lot of money, so I let them do it. And they'll be like, "We're going to have the steak blue. And it'll come out, and that's when you'll see people doing the creative cutting around it. I can do it. I'd prefer not to.
Do you ever take control? And I know this is your interview and not mine, but I'm curious. Do you ever take family or whatever, not clients anymore, but family, friends, whatever the case may be? You take them to dinner, and then you order everything.
Jerry, I wait for somebody to ask me to order everything.
Okay,
and I
gotcha.
can tell you right now
Because I hate a guy that if I'm going to dinner or something,
Right.
like, oh, I'll order all the like.
I will tell you,
Yeah.
if I was taking you to Belmont Tavern for the first time,
Yes.
a place like that,
For sure.
I would definitely say, hey, listen, this is what we have to try.
Yes, for sure.
And
of course.
I will tell you, so many times people say, can you just order for the table?
Yeah.
And then I have
Exactly.
zero problems.
I have friends like that I'll take them to dinner and they'll tell me, and you've been here before.
Yeah.
Order it.
The first time I had a female sales trader order for me at a restaurant, I was like I'm a sexist. And I'm obviously the smartest guy in the world when it comes to food. And I'm telling you, she put me in such fucking short pants to where I took notes on what she'd ordered. So I have been ordering for the table for a long time, and I try to make sure. But I would never be like, by the way, I'm going to order for the table.
Yeah, but you make sure everybody's okay with it, or they say like,
I would tell you here at Barstool, if I sit down with a group of guys, particularly if we go to races, I think we were at a race with Marty, Tommy, Glenny Balls, Spider, myself, and then a lot of production guys are younger. And we went to like a very nice steakhouse in Nashville. And when we sat down and the menus came out, everybody at the table, all these guys that you know and respect and like, they're all like, no, just
You
large,
handle it.
you do it.
You're the food
And then
guy.
the wine list came about. They were like, just give it to him. And a lot of people dread that. I like it. Like, because I'll go around and be like, Tommy, how do you like it? And,
For sure.
and stuff like that. So to answer your question, I never insist upon it. I get asked a lot. And once I do, I kind of don't mind doing it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I would order for you if we were at a place, but if we went to a Colombian restaurant, I would insist that your fiance orders for us.
yes, for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
So it's not huge for me. What's your favorite beverage, hot or cold?
Oh, it would be cold for sure.
Okay.
Since I was been younger, I usually like to drink everything on ice.
Okay.
you know.
And what is that beverage?
Nowadays, Diet Coke.
Okay.
Nowadays.
So I ask you your favorite beverage, hot or cold, meaning what is that beverage, hot or cold, and you like cold?
Cold, yeah.
Like who do you want to eat dinner with, live or dead? You're like definitely alive.
yeah. So probably Diet Coke now.
Probably Diet Coke.
Yeah.
All right. If you had to, which one would you get rid of forever? This is a new question for me.
Okay.
Chocolate or cheese? Think about it. Off the face of the earth.
Yes, it'd have to be chocolate.
Okay.
It'd have to be because I can get my sweet in various different forms. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Cheese is something that like, hey, now I'm not going to be able to have pizza. I like to put cheese on my pasta.
Uh-huh.
I like a good chili cheese dog.
Right.
You know, I like a great chicken parm. I love.
But you'll never have a chocolate shake. You'll never have a chocolate bar. You'll never have a
That's
chocolate
okay.
sundae. That's
I could do
okay,
vanilla.
Okay.
I like
Should I
chocolate.
get rid of that question? Is that too easy of a
because,
question?
No, because I think there's people that'll give up cheese. There's people,
I would.
like Jack McCarthy. We order burgers. He doesn't get cheese on his burger.
Right.
So that just tells me he's not a cheese guy. He'd probably get rid of cheese.
Yeah, I just said I would, and I don't know if I believe that, to be honest with you. But I have
Really?
I have a piece of dark chocolate every night in bed. I love dark chocolate. I'm hooked on it.
Really?
Yeah, it's one of my. It's one of my.
Have you had
Achilles
the
heels.
my girlfriend, my fiance eats it. It's a bag. It's a white and blue bag, and I think they're chocolate covered blueberries or something like that. I don't know what brand it is or anything.
Dark
but
chocolate covered cashews is what I eat.
Okay, gotcha.
And I'll do like a dark chocolate covered cashew turtle. So it's got the caramel,
Ooh, that
cashews, and
sounds
dark
good.
chocolate. We have a local chocolatier, and it's not local at all. It's a chain called Kilwins.
There's one down the block from me.
There's like $27 for a box
yeah,
of
they're
them.
very expensive.
But
that
they
place.
look like neighborhood spots.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't they? Like your Kilwins should be the only Kilwins in the world.
Oh, yeah.
I got one in Ridgewood too.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's right down the block from my house, and it's, we get the fudge sometimes there.
Yeah.
The kids like the chocolate covered pretzels, so
Yeah.
we get that.
They have good shakes too.
Yeah, I never knew they had
Oh,
shakes.
they do a chocolate
Wow.
shake every now and again. That'll knock your eye out. What is the Tim Duncan of foods for you? And I don't have to explain to you, but Tim Duncan, obviously,
Yes.
all-time great, but he doesn't get put on the Rushmore enough.
Yeah, for me, I thought about this back and forth. I seen yours was, the ice cream sandwich and whatnot.
Yeah.
Mine would probably be fried calamari.
Yeah. Nobody, if it's done right.
Yes, probably fried calamari, I would say.
Do you mind if I shout out a place?
No, go ahead.
Danino's in Staten Island.
I've had it. Rico took me there.
Danino's.
Incredible.
Great bar pie.
Yes.
Great wings.
Mhm.
And I say it, the Galama is how I always pronounce it, and I don't have any right to. Please, I get it. It's so fucking light.
Yeah.
It's like, I've said this before, it's like it floats off the fucking,
Yeah.
tray into the ceiling fan. If it's done right, and if it's not done right, it just has those breadcrumb pants on it that slide off.
Yeah, I hate that.
Get it the fuck out of
I
here.
hate that.
But Galama is an unsung hero.
And it's very versatile too. You can do the Thai chili calamari. You could do buffalo calamari.
Sure.
You can do in a seafood salad with the calamari. It's very versatile.
Dude, what do you like better, rings or legs? Tentacles.
I like the tentacles.
I love the
when
legs.
they're crunchy.
Yeah,
like that.
come on.
They're the best.
So Victoria Pizza on Garrettson Avenue in Brooklyn had done one of their, I think Victoria changed ownership recently. They did one of their square pies for me, and they did it with Gallimard on top. And I'm telling you, they brought it out.
That sounds delicious.
And my parents live 5 blocks from Victoria. When they brought it out, as soon as they closed the lid on the box, it turns to shit a little bit. It just gets that steam.
Yeah.
Gallimard right out of the fryer is
That's one thing I miss about back east.
I'm actually loving this conversation.
I never took advantage of the food scene in New York.
You regret it?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
I never took advantage of it. Like, I've been to a couple different restaurants, Carbone, Fort Charles, and whatnot. So I've had some good restaurants, but like,
I need to ask you about that.
yeah.
You have a hook or something?
Yeah.
You said Frisoli?
Yeah.
That's one of the other things Ian had sent me. So I'm just breaking from the questions. I don't give a fuck. What's the hook and why don't I have it?
You can let me know where you want to go. I'll get you in.
Really? Because I saw the post from Frisoli, who I love. I believe I'm doing his wedding. I don't know if he's
Love
announced.
that.
Yeah. And
that.
his girlfriend, his fiance, I know her mom. Like she used to hang out with us at Arturo's in Midland Park. Shout out Arturo's. So they superimposed his face, I believe, on her body. You know what I mean? An attractive body. And he'd said, I don't have that. Do you have a guy?
Yeah, I have 3 different guys. One for Arizona,
Okay.
one for New York restaurants, and one for now Chicago restaurants.
And where'd you get the guy?
So
You can't tell people. Gatekeep it a little bit.
Exactly. So like, here's the thing. I love Rico Bosco.
Yes.
Love him. I go to the extent of I'd almost die for Rico.
You know, his dad brought me a fucking, like a gift, like a sweatshirt when he
It's
came
great.
in.
Yeah,
He
it's
said, if
great.
you like, I worked with his dad on the
Yeah.
floor. His dad's fucking wonderful.
Yeah, I
too.
never got to meet his dad. I hope to one day.
Oh, Eddie Mayro's fucking wonderful.
But
You should listen to that
Rico
episode.
is
He's
a
good
guy that'll steal your guy.
Yes, he is.
He'll-
He's a guy who steal your guy. That's a shout out, Rico.
Yeah.
You fucking snake.
But now we have the same guys
He's
for
great,
certain
Rico.
things, which is great. But yeah, if you want a great like Bavette's anytime, Trivoli anytime here, you let me know. I'll get you in.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And it's just like that. And
Yeah.
Again, keep it close to the vest.
For sure,
Is the guy
yeah.
Italian?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
And you know what's crazy? Most of them are really young.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know, the thing is, and I don't want to get off topic with the questions
No, there's no topic.
There's guys, they're like full-time job out. There's guys in the world with full-time jobs. They get reservations for people. I never knew this.
Right.
You know, like I started out in the beginning when I was like, I'm not in the business or whatnot, but like I'd go to certain people like, yeah, if you want to, it's going to cost you $100 if you want a Carbone reservation. Like, fuck you, I ain't paying you. I'll figure it out myself somewhere down the line. That's when I got connected with a different guy that now it's like, hey, out of respect, tip well, and you'll get it. You'll get it every time. There's people out there that they have these bots that grab reservations online, and then they will sell the reservation,
Right.
which is crazy.
And that's not your guy.
No. But another restaurant who's like a hard to get to in New Jersey is a place called Butcher's Block. Have you ever heard of it?
Oh, Butcher's Block is down in
Long Branch?
Yeah.
Yeah. Almost impossible to get into.
You got me?
Yeah. If you want to go there, I'd recommend you go there. It is incredible, man.
Okay.
It's really, really fucking good.
I've heard nothing but good things about it, but
Excellent place.
I don't know if I could get in without you.
Oh, yeah. I get you.
I'm not joking.
Yeah,
Like,
I get you in, no problem.
I don't have hooks.
You know,
Ian, by the way, clip this and send it to both of us. That way I'll just send it to you as a fucking thing, because
of course.
that's a contract.
Anything, if I can get it, you got it.
All right, cool. I don't know what I can get you
You know
in
what's
return.
crazy is
I got to buy you dinner next time.
I don't really go out to restaurants like that.
Oh, really? Okay.
No, like I'm not a person like, oh, I need this for me and my fiance or whatever. It's like we eat a lot at home, you know,
Yeah.
but having 2 kids, it's just tough to get out there and, go out to eat and whatnot. But it feels good knowing like, hey, Jack McCarthy needs a reservation. You know, I can get him Big Cats like, hey, Jerry, I got these guys coming in for the Yak. Can you get them a reservation at Trivoli? Hey, I got the Colorado Rockies
Say
coming
less.
in.
Stop. We're starting to like open it up too much a little bit. Ian's going to take advantage of it as well. Tim Duncan
Yes.
as fried calamari, fried galamad, whatever you want to say it, I think is an elite answer. Is there an overrated drink or food that you think people pretend to like? This is like a blanket question, like something that you see other people enjoying and that you wish you could. You kind of said it with cigars.
Yeah.
I feel that way with coffee. I don't drink coffee, even though I like dark chocolate.
Yeah.
I love the smell of coffee. So I feel that. But is there something that you think maybe overrated, or you just don't understand the allure, or you just can't get into it?
Sushi for me.
Sushi's not your thing.
No.
Okay.
The thing with sushi with me is I can eat sushi. It's not like, oh, sushi's disgusting, I can't eat it. I could have a couple pieces and get my fix for it if I was craving it. The people who go out there and get these boats and they're, you see it and it's like, how much? That's so much sushi. And they're putting it back. It's like,
All you can eat.
yes.
Like, and I'm one of them.
I don't get it.
I love it. Like it's shovel food for me.
Okay.
And the rice barely. I walked out of an all-you-can-eat thing, and I think I had tweeted out, I just swallowed more mercury than a queen roadie. I think I said, you know what I mean? Which is kind of funny. But it's one of those things that I've gotten into. As I've gotten older, I've been more and more without the fried part with the mayo.
Okay,
I'm more
gotcha.
just like straight fish.
Sashimi.
It's got me. It's got me hooked. So, I mean, I'm probably the problem. If you could recommend one restaurant anywhere in the world, what would it be? Is it Butcher's Block? For me, it is for Butcher Block, because that's what I'm going to try.
This is tough. I would, I'd probably go Fort Charles in the city. I'd probably do that.
I had a great meal there with Gaz.
Yeah, it's an incredible spot.
Yeah.
I think it's my favorite restaurant.
What meal do you wish you can get back?
What do you mean by that?
So what meal do you wish you can get back? Maybe it's from your childhood, or maybe the person who made it is no longer with us, or maybe the restaurant is no longer around. What's the one meal you wish you can get back?
I would say, I'd probably say when my grandmother used to make chicken and potatoes in the oven.
Baked chicken.
It was baked chicken and potatoes with peas in the oven and just gallons of oil.
Oh, yeah.
Gallons of oil.
With crusty bread.
Yes, crusty. That's the thing. You dunk the bread in it. I wish I had that back.
Yeah.
That was my all-time favorite meal.
I got to be honest. That stupid book that you're gatekeeping from your grandmother.
It's in
when
there.
I say stupid, it
It's
couldn't
in
be
there.
more. I'm not being more ironic. I am being as ironic as possible. It's fucking in there along with 1,000 other treasures that could probably answer that question. And finally, when you get put to death, and I'm not sure what the the crime is.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think now, because since you're clean, probably wouldn't be like a rage. But yeah, so either way, you'll be put to death at some point.
Yes.
What's your last meal? What's the death row meal?
Oh, my death row meal, and it's not going to be extravagant. It's going to be pretty simple.
Please.
It's a large cheese pizza.
From?
It'd be a large cheese pizza. I would say from a place in New Jersey called Calabria's.
Okay.
In Livingston. I'll also do a chicken parm just on the side, just to take a couple bites. And then I do one of my favorite dishes, which is fried red snapper with rice, beans, and plantains.
Okay. From the Colombian thing.
Yeah.
I think if I could be so bold just to add something for it, maybe for dessert, it's a tiny bit of crack. All right, so this is Jersey Jerry. He's one of my favorite guys at Barstool. I appreciate your time.
Dude, loved it.
Yeah,
I'd like to do it again.
This was easy, right? Yeah,
this was like fun.
Yeah, let's. We're about to tape episode 2 right after this. Make sure you follow Jerry and support him as much as you can. I don't know. I think the guy has got one of the greatest stories that we have here at Barstool, and I also think he's one of the best people. Thank you so much, Jersey Jerry. We'll see you guys next time on You Got to Try This.